Welcome back. Zepbound, weight loss, tirzepatide, health coach reacts November 2023. Today is November 11th, 2023. And I told you back in April, I was going to keep you updated about tirzepatide. Promises delivered right here. A few days ago, Eli Lilly press release, FDA approves Lilly's Zepbound tirzepatide for chronic weight management. Now, Zepbound is a weight loss injection. It's indicated for adults with obesity or overweight with the BMI of 27 kilograms or BMI of 27 or greater and have weight related medical problems. What they found was that 72 weeks of the highest dose of Zepbound, people lost an average of 48 pounds, while at the lowest dose, 5 milligrams, people lost an average of 34 pounds. Now that's compared to 7 pounds on placebo. Powerful effects, powerful results. In a clinical trial, people who dieted, exercised, and took Zepbound for the treatment of overweight and obesity observed changes in cholesterol and reductions in blood pressure and waist size. The press release also said it should be used with a reduced calorie diet and increased physical activity. Also, in the press release, tirzepatide is under regulatory review for weight management in Europe, China, the United Kingdom, and several additional markets. And it's expected to be available in the US by the end of the year 2023 in 6 dose sizes and at a list price of $1,059.87. Very specific numbers here. In this video, I'm going to go over what you need to know about Zepbound, what tirzepatide is, and how it can affect your health and the weight loss landscape. It promises to be interesting. Welcome back. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching, and founder of Wilson Medical Writing. So if you're watching this, click like, subscribe, because I love to bring you these updates. Science-based is a core value. I want you to have good information so you can make informed decisions when it comes to the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. All right, I've been covering tirzepatide since August 2021. Tirzepatide for weight loss, link below. The press release is linked below as well. And if you want to interview me or talk about a health coach reaction or a public health expert's understanding, or work with me as the guilt-free health coach who knows the weight loss landscape, what's going on, book a call below. It's optional. So FDA approved tirzepatide in May 2022 for type 2 diabetes under the name Mounjaro. And what they found when they were studying it, they've been doing these weight loss, when they're testing it for diabetes and blood glucose regulation, they found that people were losing a lot of weight. So this is very similar to the hot news that's going on with like Ozempic and semaglutide, and how they later developed Wegovy, is finding that there are other effects to these medications. And the Zepbound or tirzepatide, the Surmount Phase 3 global clinical development program for tirzepatide began in late 2019 with over 5,000 people with overweight and obesity. All right, so a quick overview of what this medication does is a combination of a glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor agonist. So your semaglutide has also got the glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide receptor agonist too. And basically combined for a lot of effects. One of the major things is it slows your gastric emptying, so you feel fuller longer. It can also decrease your food intake by decreasing your appetite. A long story short. So you can pause this, look at some of the effects, tons of impacts with this combination drug over just the semaglutide, which is just a GLP-1 receptor agonist. Click like if this makes sense to you. If not, I can just talk to you more about it. Okay, so what they're finding with this Zepbound, 6 doses for that price, which is approximately 20% lower than semaglutide 2.4 milligram injection for weight loss. Some of the common side effects, though, of the Zepbound: nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, stomach pain, indigestion, injection site reactions, feeling tired, allergic reactions, belching, hair loss, and heartburn. So it's not going to be necessarily a smooth sailing slam dunk for everybody. You might have, those are the common side effects that are listed. And what one of the senior vice president for global medical affairs for Eli Lilly's diabetes and obesity group said, unfortunately, despite scientific evidence to the contrary, obesity is often seen as a lifestyle choice, something that people should manage themselves. For decades, diet and exercise have been a go-to, but it's not uncommon for a person to have tried 20 to 30 times to lose weight with this approach. Research now shows that the body may respond to a calorie deficit diet by increasing hunger and reducing feelings of fullness, making weight loss more difficult. Lilly, the pharmaceutical company, is aiming to eliminate misperceptions about this disease and transform how it can be managed. And That's not surprising. That's what I think a pharma company's senior vice president would say. The environment is a big factor. And a lot of people don't consider this when it comes to weight loss. So you think like, oh, so I should just be able to make a few simple changes and it should be really easy. And then if that doesn't work, then you feel mentally weak or guilty or like something's wrong with you. Is actually more complex than that. And that's what he's talking about here. This process, yet like the environment is a big factor, your genetics are a factor, and lots of changes go into the habits and things that you have going currently that could be contributing to your overall health. So we have to be careful, more compassionate with people who are, trying to make these changes and trying to understand how to make them work. And that's something that reducing your appetite with these medications, if your doctor decides it's right for you, could be very helpful. All right, so the environment is a huge factor. What we want to point out is your ability to direct your environment and manage your decisions in that environment is also a factor. And when I think of these weight loss injections, I think of them in terms of kind of like training wheels for weight loss because they don't create any other changes um, beyond their effects. Like it's not like it installs new habits or it teaches you how to eat healthier. And if you are, have a smaller appetite, but you're still eating less healthy foods, that's not necessarily going to help you too much in terms of sustainable health habits. So that's why I think of the training wheels for weight loss, where people may have to stay on them indefinitely. Whatever their doctor prescribes is not just going to be a solution and fix it. You have to have a system to make that difference for you. So that's why I kind of consider it training wheels for weight loss. I've talked about this, covered it in some of my other videos. I'll put a link to those at the end, and there's some in the link in the description below. And if you want to interview me or learn more about the guilt-free health coaching plan I have that helps you understand this weight loss landscape, so it's like a holistic picture. It's not just one part. It's about understanding how all these factors contribute to your overall health and how your health supports your life. Okay. At 72 weeks, the highest dose, people taking Zepbound lost an average of 48 pounds. And then my client, I have a client story linked below. He lost 20 pounds at 14 weeks with the guilt-free game plan. So while these drugs and medications can be really beneficial for lots of people, they're not going to be the fastest or most efficient way to create weight change, right? So I want to keep that in mind, keep that in context for you. And the price is also pretty steep. So the link below, Chris makes energy for his kids and weight loss natural with Fit for Freelance. All right. And I also have a link to the semaglutide step 4 trials link below that kind of shows that when people stop taking these weight loss medications, they tend to gain the weight back, at least so far, unless they come up with better systems. Here's a picture of the semaglutide, different medication, but a similar concept where you have these changes that happen. And then when you stop taking them, you see that on the top, that weight may come back. So I don't want to necessarily tie this to the Zepbound results, but that is something to pay attention to. It's not necessarily a miracle cure. It's just one part of the process when it comes to changing your health. So if you like this kind of content, or if you're ready to see more tirzepatide updates when they come out, you can click subscribe. I do appreciate that. And then next, you can watch Mounjaro, tirzepatide weight loss drug seeking FDA approval, the SURMOUNT-2 trial study when I first covered this. So you can learn more about tirzepatide, Zepbound, how it can affect your health. And then leave a comment. Would you get weekly weight loss injections? That's today's message. As always, keep practicing. Peace.